Okay, so this is quick take episode 4. And this is actually not going to be all that quick, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to allow the camera to record externally. And I do have all of the displays so that we can actually see what my camera settings are. And I'm going to see how long I can actually go. Because yesterday I watched a YouTube video where a person had a dummy battery in the camera and was able to record externally because he didn't have the CF Express cards, or any card, I don't think, inside the actual camera for well over 2 hours before he got any kind of warning or challenge with the camera. So I figured I'm going to give that a shot. I took the camera, took the cards out. I put a fresh battery on the Canon EOS R5. I have my Atomos Ninja V right above it recording. And I'm going to see how long I can actually go. I have a 1 terabyte SSD on the Ninja V, which should give me, excess of 4 hours of recording in ProRes 422 HQ. And as you guys can see from the actual settings, my camera is set for that 4K all-eye in fine mode, which is taking that 8K sensor and essentially doing the computation to send off a 4K signal to the recorder. So I'm just gonna get back to work because I have work to do, but I will check in with you guys periodically. And what I'll do, for the sake of completion here, right? Because I'm gonna have to fast forward, especially if this takes over an hour. I don't know how long the batteries are gonna last. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start a timer, or a stopwatch rather. And then that way we can all kind of see where we're at. And you guys saw just how much time it took for me to hit the start button. So now I'll set this down. And I hope the stopwatch keeps running even though I just shut it. Yep, it does. So I'm just going to get back to work. And maybe this will be a great episode, for quick takes episode. Or maybe we're going to find out that, in fact, the overheating thing is a much bigger problem than we all thought it was. I will say this before I sign off here and get back to my work. Something happens when you put CF Express cards in a reader, right? They get hot, and it doesn't matter which reader it is. This is the reader that I use, ProGrade. If I have the ProGrade reader connected to my computer, and I put this card in, the reader itself will get hot. The card itself will get very hot, even if I'm not using it, which really means is that this card doesn't have there's no such thing as a sleep state, or a state where it is not completely active. And I think that that is aiding to the heat issue on the R5. But now that that's out of the way, I'll check in with you guys here in a little bit. But again, I'm going to just record with, the overlays right on the Atomos Ninja V, so that we can all see exactly what the camera is doing and how long it takes for us to hit some of these different thresholds. I'm excited because if this works, then essentially a lot of the early reviews about how this camera was challenged and crippled, those concerns kind of go away. At least they do for me. And mind you, I've already used the R5 on 2 commercial projects. I shoot mainly 30-second or 90-second commercials. And I've yet to have a problem with the R5, but I didn't use it as my A cam. I used it as my specialty cam. So if I needed a gimbal shot, or I needed a slider shot, or I needed B-roll, that's the role it played. And on both of those projects, I got a good 10, maybe 11 minutes worth of clips that I needed for this 30-second spot that I was putting together, and I didn't have any issues. So in my use case, this camera doesn't have any challenges. I'm not a vlogger. I'm not someone who is going to do live streaming with a Canon EOS R5, and I'm not trying to figure out how to hate on it. And maybe that's, you know, part of the difference. So I'll check in with you guys here in a few minutes, and I'm just gonna get back to work because I gotta pay bills. The fan on the Ninja V is something that drives me a little nuts. So noise cancellation. More than 14 minutes in, still going strong, but that's not where it failed before, right? Or it's never failed for me, but that's not where it failed on YouTube videos. So let's see what happens when we hit that 20-minute mark. "23 minutes, still going strong. So we'll see sort of where we end up here. So I think my camera went to sleep. Which really means I need to make sure that I don't have any power settings on or power saving settings on, unless I hit my 30-minute time limit, which is possible since, you know, I'm at 26 minutes on the timer and I had been talking for a couple minutes. So maybe that's what happened. we're just going to keep letting it go because I don't see any warnings. See how this works out. That blackout at 30 minutes is something that Canon cameras have had for a long time, and honestly, I wish they didn't because it's kind of annoying, but it is what it is. Not bad. 36 minutes. No warnings. I know I shouldn't be drinking out of plastic bottles. I know I should be using my refillable. I ran out of water and I ran out of time, and that's not an excuse. I need to get better. Not bad. 45 minutes. I think the longest I've ever had to run a camera during a live event was 90 minutes. So we'll see if we can actually make this happen. Oh, got that overheat warning. So it does happen. An hour and 6 minutes. No idea how much longer this is going to go, but it's kind of interesting. No cards in the camera. It is oversampling the entire 8K sensor. Got over an hour worth of recording. And I'm getting the heat warning indicator. I don't know how much longer it'll go. But this is actually good to know. And of course, I do have a battery in the camera. I'm not using external power. Not sure if that makes a difference or how much of a difference it makes, but from my test, it seems to be making a difference. The camera itself, it feels warm, but it doesn't feel hot. Yeah, the entire body feels warmish. I don't know when it'll stop. I feel like stopping the test because if it just dies on me, I'm not going to be able to finish this video. But we're going to see what happens here. I think I paused it somewhere along the line, so this might not be completely accurate, but I'm uploading this video without editing. I'm just going to fast forward through the quiet times so that you guys can all get a sense as to what we can expect out of the EOS R5 if you're recording with a Ninja V externally in 4K fine mode, which is oversampling the 8K sensor, with the battery in the camera and no cards in the body. Yeah, I still have that flashing heat warning. And the office is kind of warm today. It's, let's see, temperature outside is 78, and if let's see, what is 78 degrees in Celsius? So it's 25.55 Celsius for 78 degrees. It's kind of humid here too. So we got that going for us. My stopwatch says an hour and 11 minutes, which, as I mentioned, I started it after I rambled, and I might have paused it on accident early on in the test. So the actual timeline of the video will be more accurate. Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but me seeing this flashing thing is giving me anxiety. I just never know when it's going to end. Maybe I'll just do my ending to the video now and I'll just let it roll until you guys, so you guys can see when it dies. Thanks for joining me. It's another episode of Quick Takes. This one not so quick, but I think it makes a point. the camera is able to record for a lot longer than 20 minutes in one gigantic take, in case you absolutely need it, with the battery inside the body, and using a Ninja V externally in that 4K high quality oversampled from the 8K sensor, going again into the Ninja V. So as long as you have enough storage and enough juice, it appears that it will easily go over an hour. And I guess I will catch you guys in the next episode. I'm just going to let this run until it decides not to, and then I'll upload it to YouTube. So, if you guys are interested in continuing to see this journey of using the R5, consider subscribing. Catch you guys later. Take care. And again, I'm signing off a little early because that overheat warning that you guys are seeing blinking is giving me anxiety, and I don't want to get caught off guard and have it die, and then we don't have an ending to the video. So I'm going to get back to work. You guys will now get to see the camera either run out of battery or flat out shut itself off. Either way, it's been cool. Over an hour. Kind of amazing. Overheat controls, by the way, they don't work as soon as you plug in an HDMI cable. So then there's that. Whew, it's kind of painful. I don't know if it's blinking faster or if it's just in my head that it's blinking faster, but it's making me anxious. Camera's a little warm. Not any warmer than it was earlier though. It's very, very interesting. Only have gone through about 25% of the battery. Hour and 22. Look at the timestamp so you guys can actually see how long this actually took. Maybe what I'll do is I'll just let this go to an hour and 30 minutes and then I'll stop this, upload it, so we can start sharing information in case somebody needs to record a super long form anything on their Canon EOS R5. So far so good. That warning's been blinking forever. Seems like forever, for sure, 20 minutes. Could you imagine if I uploaded this video in real time? Like, no one would watch it till the end. Some people don't watch a 3-minute video till the end. But like, how painful is this to have one gigantic take like this? again, I don't work live production or live streaming, so maybe I just don't get it. But we're coming up on an hour and 30 minutes of my stopwatch running. I'm going to stop the test at an hour 30, and I'm going to just upload it. I think it's the right thing to do. If somebody wants to go beyond an hour and 30 minutes, please share the link. That way we can all see how much more you all got. But I think this is more than enough for the majority of the professionals that I work with and the types of people that I work with. And definitely if you're a YouTuber, like, you don't need to be shooting in 8K so that you can get it completely destroyed by YouTube compression. So there it is. An hour and 30 minutes on this thing, which is going to be a lot longer than that in the real timeline. So it just worked. I'm stopping it. There's no need for me to go further. So I know I kind of said, yeah, I mean, it's still recording. So this is episode 4 of Quick Takes. Not so quick today because we wanted to see if it's doable to record long form, single, one gigantic clip to a Ninja V using that the full frame 8K sensor squeezed into the 4K in that all-eye fine mode, which is super sampled 4K essentially, on the Canon EOS R5 and the Ninja V recorder with the battery in the camera body. And as you guys can see here, all the settings are there, and you've seen how much this blinking has gone on. I'm just going to stop now because, again, for what I do, 90 minutes it'll never happen really. But if it did, this is beyond what I would expect for this camera, because it's behaving like a video camera. And I know plenty of people have said it's not a video camera, but I mean, 90 minutes, one take. I don't really have anything to complain about. Catch you guys later. Peace.